you guys. Today's video is specific for everyone who suffers from lower back aches and pains, tightness, soreness, and just if you don't know what to do with your lower back, welcome to this class. First, I'd just like to share a few notes with regard to being mindful about movement and exercise when you have lower back issues. So our bodies are made up of groups of muscles. These groups don't really work isolated. They're always busy with the teamwork. With every movement that we do, there's a whole bunch of muscles involved to balance you, to coordinate the movement, and to control and mobilize you. But the body is a genius at figuring out the most effective and easiest ways to do these movements. It doesn't always necessarily include the entire team of muscles that's supposed to be working. This is why we often suffer from back soreness after repetitive workouts or workouts that was at a fast-paced and high intensity. So today I will be taking things a bit slower and try to find the deeper core muscles that's there to support and help all of these bigger, stronger, bulky lower back muscles. So grab your mat and let's get moving. Stand with your feet right underneath the hip bones. Your knees can be softly bent. Just feel that you've got your sides the same length, equal weight on both feet, and keep your shoulders nice and broad. Okay, we want to start with some abdominal breathing. So maybe if it helps you, you can hold on to your tummy muscles. And as you breathe in, you just want to feel how much air you can push down into your tummy. And as you exhale, you want to feel like you just squeeze all the air out. You almost want to feel like you vacuum pack your insides. From here, we're going to add some arm circles to it. So take your breath in as you reach your arms all the way up to the top. You can add a little bit of a back extension. Exhale, soften your knees more and just round into your upper back. We go again, breathing in. Now from here, as your arms come all the way down, drop your chin to your chest. You want to round your back more and just allow the entire body to sink down over your legs. As you exhale, slowly start to restack your spine back up to the very top. Slowly bend the knees and come all the way down to the ground. You can hold on to your shins, maybe move your feet slightly further forward. And now, if this is uncomfortable, rather have a pillow or a folded towel to sit on. And now just flatten out your spine. Keep the collarbones as broad as possible. As you exhale, just curl into each and every vertebra. Focus on moving the lower back the most. Breathe in to lift your chest up to the top. The last one, we're going to stay down at the back. Still make sure your pubic bone is aiming up the highest. Kind of feel like your feet tries to slide the front of your mat further forward. And now you just flex the toes up as high as you can. And now push your toes back down, lifting up. One more time, press your toes down. Now see if your nose can come in between your knees. And from there, flatten out the spine. Feel like you grow a little taller. Again, exhale, curl into your body. leaning backwards. Good, you can adjust your hands to hold on to the back of your thighs, and I'll try to curl pubic bone even higher. Make sure your shoulders remain wide, and we're just going to reach the arms to the side, and I'll pull them back in again. So pull the nose closer to the knees. Feel like you lengthen and lift your spine up to the top. We've got one more here. Roll backwards. But now we have both arms reaching forward. As you breathe in, let your arms float up to the top. As you exhale, pull your hands down. Pull your nose to your knees, and I'll flatten out the spine. Keep your collarbones nice and broad. From the seated position, slowly start curling into your spine to make your way down to the mat. Your arms can just rest down next to your sides. You want to feel the entire spine just melting down. And now we're going to go into the pelvic curl. Each time that you start, make sure you use those lower tummy muscles the most. Feel like those lower tummy muscles rolls the spine all the way to the top. Make sure you end with your pelvis in a neutral position. You want to feel the tummy muscles wrapping tighter, almost like you vacuum back your insides. To make sure you keep your hips equally heavy, just place your hips on your hands and now pull one leg up to a tabletop. You want to feel like this leg is lifting up to the ceiling, kind of lifting out of your hip socket. Lower your toes down, and I'll pull that leg back to the top. And again, the toes lower down and pull back to the top. So it's supposed to work these side muscles. You can place that foot down, and now we go with the other leg up at the top, and then from the hip joint, hinge and lift. You want to avoid moving just from the knee. So you want to feel like your thigh bone is actually moving along as well. Keep your legs at the top. Now make your vacuum pack a little tighter. You can sink your lower back down into the mat if it feels like you need the extra support. And now as you breathe out, just swap the legs around. Without your lower back arching and pulling away from the floor, keep changing those legs. You can place both feet down on the mat. Squeeze your ankles, knees, and inner thighs together. Your arms can open up into a T position. Keep your chest bone glued to the floor, but now pull your hip bones across to one side. As you exhale, feel the bottom leg pushing back into the middle. And I'll transfer the body over to the other side. Breathing in as you go over. And as you exhale, draw the legs back to the start. You can relax your feet back down to the floor. Alright, so now for the abdominals. You can interlace your fingers, place your hands behind your head. So oftentimes doing a usual chest lift or a crunch works directly into the lower back. So for today, we're going to keep the pelvis in a slight tuck. Draw the tummy muscles down to the ground. You want to feel your hip bones being equally heavy on the mat. Keep your shoulders broad, and now as you exhale, curl the head and chest up off the floor. You want to feel like you lengthen your spine over your chest bone, just to the tips of your shoulder blades, and now breathe out as you sink back down. And at the bottom, take a breath in. Again, exhaling, curling up to the top again. As you move, you want to make sure there's no movement in the hips or lower back area, and sink back down. In my dream, oh, if I could. Shoulders broad, have one arm reach to the thigh, and now as you exhale, try to lift higher up and sink slightly down. I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dream. Oh, if I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dream. Side. Keep your bottom arm straight so your head can rest on your bicep. The top hand can just stay down in front of you. We're going to keep the bottom leg bent, and your top leg you can straighten out all the way. Now make sure you keep your hips squared on each other. That top foot just hangs down. Turn that back knee down towards the floor a bit, and now allow your leg to just move up and down. Go another set. Keep your foot hip height. Move the leg all the way to the front as far as you can without crunching into your side. Lift, lower, and take your leg back. Keep your foot in the front, and now do toe taps to the ground. Another set. Keep your knees together now. Keep that foot lifted at a diagonal line, knees touch, foot stays flexed, and now just push your heel backwards and slightly higher than your hip. You can place your foot in front of your belly button now. With your hand, just press the leg away. Straighten out the bottom leg. Keep the foot flexed and I'll lift the leg.
But know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so where we
hold at the top, small pulses. Big ones again.
I go red and you go left before it turns to red. It's true. Yeah, I hope that we could work it out. We'll never be enough for you. No shade.
And small pulses.
There are other ways and other reasons.
From here, pull that knee all the way to your foot. Your arms can push your body up to the top and just allow the legs to fold over one another. The shoulders remain broad, spine remains tall, and lean your body forward. Standing on your knees, pull your one leg all the way to the front. Both hands can be on the front knee. You want to keep your hips squared off and now just let your hips sink down. Holding here, breathing in through the nose and a long breath out through your mouth.
Hardest thing to do. Did it all for you. Hardest thing to do. Did it all for you. Hardest thing to do. Did it all for you.
As you exhale, let your hands come down next to your front foot, keeping your back straight. Now try to straighten out the front leg and bend your knee. The last one, keep your leg out straight. Try to broaden your shoulders. Feel this knee lengthen out a bit more. Make sure you keep your hips squared off. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. On your exhale, move the body weight forward. This front foot can now just walk across your mat so you can lower your shin down to the floor. Now try to get this hip bone closer to your heel. Depending on your flexibility, keep your hands down or you can lower down onto your forearms. We're going to push the back toes into the ground, straighten that leg, make sure your arms push away so you can place this foot flat on the floor, and now just walk yourself over towards this side. Good. Now you can lie down on this side of your body to work the other side of the glutes. So head is resting on your arm, hips are squared off, tummy muscles are holding on, the top leg is straight, foot is just hanging down, and we start with the lifts. Move your leg forward, up, down, and all the way back. Time. Great. Now from here, keep your foot in the front, tap the floor. Another set. Keep your knees together, foot at a diagonal, flex your foot and kick up and backwards. Place your foot in front of your belly button, bottom leg can straighten out, keep that foot flexed and lift the straight leg. Keep at the top small pulses. Big movements again. Stay at the top, small pulses. Pull your knee to your foot. Use your arms to lift the body all the way up, folding the legs together. Equal weight on both sit bones, and the body can now just lean forward. From there, you can stand on your knees. Place the other foot in the front, and I just feel like your hips sink down to the front. Keep every bone connected to your belly button, both hands on the front leg, deep breaths in through the nose, a long breath out through the mouth. On your exhale, both hands can come down to your foot, and now straighten out this leg, keeping your hips square and bring it in.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind. Like a candle I just burn away. All we really have is time. All we really have.
Move your foot across, lower your shin to the ground. Get your hip closer to your heel. You can lower your body down.
Wasted on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on.
Good. From here, you can lie down flat on your stomach. Have one hand on top of the other. You want to feel the feet stays relaxed, the hip bones are equally heavy on the floor, and your head can just rest on your hands. On your in-breath, feel the spine lengthen. Now make sure your ribs don't poke holes into the mat, and just see how much your upper back can arch backwards. And then exhale, sink your upper back down to the start. Now it's more important to focus on length through the spine and not so much just height. So you don't want to end up pushing yourself up with your shoulders. You want to feel that your spine is creating more space in between every vertebra.
All you ever do is shine. You are brighter all the time. And I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with.
Now wrap your tummy muscles tighter. Keep the legs and the glutes relaxed. Now lift your hands up to your forehead and hold it. Exhale to lower your arms and then sink the head and chest.
Make it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody.
Reach your arms to the front, press your palms into the floor. Aim your chest bone further forward, slightly higher up. Wrap your tummy even tighter, and now lift one leg as high as you can. Lower that leg down, we switch sides. And again, switching sides. You want to keep your hips equally heavy on the ground. Upper body just melt down into the mat. On your next in-breath, slowly start to extend the spine, lifting the head and chest, and now pull one arm and one leg up as well. Lower it down and sink back to your start. Pull your elbows in underneath your shoulders, interlacing the fingers. You want to feel like your arms push the mat forward. Aim your chest bone to the front, tummy muscles stay strong. Tighten the legs, lift your feet. We bend one leg at a time. But try to keep your knees close together. Exhale and just sink all the way down. Place your hands right under your shoulders. Wrap your tummy muscles tighter. You want to feel your belly button pull into your low back to get your hips to rise. As you exhale, lift your chest up. And now let the entire body lift up and push back towards your feet. See how heavy your hips can sink down over your heels. Great, you are done with today's class. Drop a comment, hit the like button if you feel stretched out and a bit taller after this workout. Also make sure to subscribe to my page and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified as soon as my next class is up and ready. Until then, have a good one.